Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are looking at the Gunslinger in depth, and we also have our guest with us again today, Nebuchadnezzar.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So we're just going to be breaking down a little bit about the Gunslinger first on the website, and then we will be looking at some in-game footage, testing him against different units to see if he's actually worth all this hubbub. I'm sure if you
Now,
paid very much attention, you've heard some whisperings of the mastery of the slinger.
there's two things I want to say. First of all, I hope everyone can appreciate that the gunslinger has the coolest, most nasty, cool, awesome unit model in the game with the little spikes on the back.
Okay, yes, we can appreciate the design. The design
Yeah,
looks fantastic, which is why
this is
everyone really wants to like him. That's
yeah,
really what it is. Everyone wants
and
to like.
also, um, if anyone's seen footage of me playing with the gunslingers, they should know that the gunslingers are very powerful. And in this video, we're testing gunslingers solo, but if you want to use gunslingers for yourself, just remember to always support them. Specifically against ticks, they struggle against ticks. Uh, yeah, and AA, you need AA for shurikens. So
Alrighty. Well,
yeah,
let's really quick break down the. Let's actually get to the meat of this, and then we'll get into the footage. Alrighty. Metal costs. We got 650, which is not too bad. I mean, it's a little bit more of an expensive T2 unit for bots, but it's pretty close to the same cost as two hounds. So not too overwhelming on that side of things. The health pool is something that we had discussed would have been nice to have a little bit more of at only 1,500. A little bit extra health for him might have been
yeah.
a welcome.
The health increases with experience, so I'm actually not sure how necessary that is, but it would be
Sure.
nice. Obviously, you
I've
need both
always
of
just
them as
felt like he
agility.
has a little bit too little to make him be able to sustain in fights, but that's probably
Yeah,
because I don't play him right, you know.
yeah,
550 sight range, which is nice, and he also has a speed of 5 or 50, which the speed is not anything like too significant.
yeah.
But for
Um,
most T2 bots, it's a little bit better than most of
yeah.
them.
The speed is good. Definitely like slightly slower than certain bots like the Hound, but
Hmm.
um, still good speed.
Yeah, it's very comparable. Actually, let's check out the hound speed. We
Yeah,
haven't really looked at that. Hound
and because I
speed
think
is 670, so it does have a bit of a disadvantage against the
yeah,
hound there.
but I think that honestly the speed is like if it was faster, it'd just honestly be so
Too
OP.
strong, yeah.
Yeah, because the
It is a high
macro
DPS
ability.
unit. You can see it has a DPS of 265, and on their little unit balance chart, the DPS is like skyrocketed. So
Mhm.
it's not a bad damage per second for the metal cost.
Yeah, and it has impulse too, which makes it really really
Yeah,
good
we're gonna
against
get we're
fighting
gonna
off
get
T1.
into that for sure. The gunslinger said we're just gonna read the little bit on it. The gunslinger is a fast skirmish bot that's designed for efficiently destroying most T1 units and some lighter T2 units. It's equipped with a repulsive shell, meaning that each shot can push lighter units around or stagger larger ones. Its self-repair ability, coupled with decent HP pool, makes it self-sufficient in battle. Gunslingers are good. Our gunslingers require good micro to be worthwhile, especially to avoid getting swarmed. Gunslinger's key feature is the unique way experience affects them. Whereas most units gain only extra max health and firing speeds, gunslingers are also gain longer weapon range, helping them pick off units more safely. While dominating in light engagements like T1 units, the gunslingers are heavily outclassed by most T2 units such as Sheldon, Tiger, and Quakers. Sheldon's only in a large group, probably.
Yeah,
Um,
it struggles with them, but especially if you have light unit support around them to kind of like draw fire. Like that's really the importance of supporting them is that you don't want them to have the enemy to concentrate on them because, like you're saying, they don't have the biggest health pool.
Anything that can out maneuver the gunslinger and outrange him is going to be just really tough for him to take out.
Yeah, but most
Um.
T1 it still is really, really good against.
Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the game so you guys can see how our testing is going. Alrighty, we are on the battlefield now. We are going to be starting off with 680 metal worth of ticks, a little bit more than a gunslinger's health, for sure. In fact, let's kill off some of them. We need to kill off about, I think, maybe 2 ticks worth. Yeah, that's 2 ticks. We'll get it nice and even. That way, there's no complaining. Okay,
Yeah,
so
ticks are
now
definitely, and I just want to preface this: the gunslinger needs to be supported, and this will kind of show why.
yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so gunslinger, face your doom.
Look at that, he gets his hands up.
Charge him!
This is so
Yes, he is not better than Tix.
Well, okay, but let's compare. Can we just for a fair comparison compare how 2 hounds would do in that same
Yeah,
situation?
we'll be doing a bunch of different tests. That's the first test. Now we've got our second test. We are going to be doing hounds versus gunslingers. The same amount of metal in hounds versus a gunslinger.
Yes.
I would say it's probably going to be best to use the gauze mode.
Yeah. The gauze does make a difference.
This is not nearly as good as the ticks. No. My poor little hound. Okay, one versus one. The gunslinger is definitely gonna wreck the hounds.
And the gunslinger's left at full health too. After
Yes.
healing.
Next up, we have the pincer. 600 metal worth of pincer, a bit less energy, going up against a gunslinger. Surround him, boys. Surround him. You'll
Ooh, the
stand no
surround might be
chance.
dangerous.
Take him out. Oh. Oh, he's so low. Hit him. Hit him. Ah, so close. I was actually pretty close. And
That was
the
pretty
fact that
close.
it was a little bit less metal just made it almost even, in my opinion.
Yeah, but remember, I mean, then the gunslinger can heal off of it.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah.
All right, now we will be testing the Janus versus missile truck. We have 630 metal compared to the gunslinger's 650 metal. So we're going to be testing this combo here. Playing with an expert Janus player here. Ooh. Ooh, actually, that's not working too great for us. We might have been better to do a bum rush or something.
Yeah, the gunslinger, if the Janus get in range, the gunslinger really struggles to deal with it, but
Oh yeah, that's done for, honestly. Well, that might have been mismanagement on my part, but I don't know. He won that battle, so there's that. Alrighty, now we got 750 metal of missile truck, and we'll see how we do on this one. Missile trucks are probably gonna struggle a bit. Definitely
yeah,
wanting to pull
they
back.
have the range, but they don't have the DPS.
We're gonna retreat as far as we can.
So basically, I'm just gonna like
Oh, I see what the plan is, to sneak away and heal. That's a little bit cheap.
You mean using the unit as it's designed to be used is cheap. See, I get it down to where the DPS isn't gonna be an issue.
Nicely done, nicely done. Surprised. Alrighty, now we are on to the tanks. 3 tanks, 675 metal versus the Gunslinger at 650 metal. Trying to take him out. Pushing him. Devastating him. Oh, and he doesn't make it. Stouts are a bit stronger.
Let's do that again. I want a rematch on that.
You want a rematch? Okay, give me.
Yeah.
Alrighty, here's our rematch. Going up against Mr. Slinger. Getting a bit better micro this time, unfortunate. Yeah, that was a lot better micro on his part. Now we're in trouble. Well done, sir. Well done. Victory was achieved. Alrighty, now we've got Shockbots versus the Gunslinger at a bit more energy and metal for 2, but if it was 1, it just wouldn't be quite enough. Ooh, and we are struggling to catch up to him. And we're down to 1.
Oh, I got
getting a little bit of damage. Missed micro here.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked off of the island, and so he started walking forward.
But he still takes the win. Ooh, powerful. Alright, now we have the sniper versus the slinger. But we don't really have very much vision here. Oh! There he is!
That's what I was saying.
The one thing that can kill the slinger.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just keeping in mind that the Gunslinger's early T2 and the Sniper's late T2, so that's
sure.
Not really a matchup.
And a bit more, he has a bit more metal, a bit more energy, and he can definitely destroy a Gunslinger. But that was, I hope you guys enjoyed that testing, and that you learned a little bit about the power of the Gunslinger if used properly.
That's all we're testing?
Yeah, that's all we're going to be testing today, just a couple basic units. So I hope you enjoy that video, and as always, definitely check out the Discord channel. We are accepting a few more founder roles for those who want to grab those, and also be looking forward to Nebuchadnezzar is working on a podcast, so be sure to keep an eye out on his Discord page to check and see when that launches. Do you have any guesses on time frame for that?
Whenever, hopefully next week we'll be able to do our little interview
together. All right, perfect. So maybe the first episode will be dropping possibly a week from now.
Yeah, and I'll also be streaming it on Twitch. I'll put an announcement somewhere for that.
Sweet. Alrighty, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys on the battlefield.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, and
absolutely
on the battlefield as well.